Good morning, folks. It's Alistair McConaughey here, and I am in Edinburgh this morning to witness the historic lying in state of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And I'm at the top of the Royal Mile. St Giles is behind me. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk down the queue to the end of the line. Now, it might be quite a while, I don't know, but I know it's round here. Now that's St Giles there in the background, and there's people crossing over in order to go down George IV Bridge Road in order to get to the end of the queue. So I'm going to show you what the queue looks like, and I'm just going to cross over with these folk. I'm going to turn the camera around as well. Send in your comments and your thoughts. We have been blessed, as you can see, with a glorious day. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's absolutely blue, and the sun is shining like mad. Just waiting here to be allowed to cross over the street. Now, there was people queuing all of last night for several hours. So if I decide to join the queue, then I'll have a long day ahead. But it will be worth it. We'll see what they tell me when I get to the end of the queue. But I'm hopeful. Hello to Adam, who says, God bless the UK and God save the King. We're told we can't cross over because there's a procession of some kind coming through. Christopher says, I was there yesterday, but so many people that I could not get a glimpse of the cortege. Indeed. Preston journalist says, hi, give us your thoughts on Patrick Harvey's comments, please. Well, I don't listen to Patrick Harvey. I don't know what he said. And you know what? I don't care what he said. I regard him as somebody whose words are not worth listening to. I'm sure he would be vile, though, Ash. I'm sure he would be. But that's the nature of his party, the Scottish Cabbage Party. Anyway, each to their own. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, but we can imagine. Adam says, what do you make of the disgraceful video of a woman celebrating the Queen's death and the fact she had to have a police escort because the video caused a huge backlash? Well, I was talking to somebody the other night about that, and the reason for that woman's point of view is that she subscribes to a very unusual and a very far out point of view, which is completely cranky, that puts the Queen at the head of some new world order institution that's up to no good. And that's what she was. She wasn't a Scottish nationalist, as far as I'm aware. She was just subscribing to a very strange view of the world, which I don't actually want to get into because it is so cranky. It's unbelievable. If I had arrived 2 minutes ago, I'd have been across the road, but they just closed it off. Nelson says, great to see you out showing us what is going on up there in Edinburgh today, Alistair. David says, I was there yesterday, managed to get into the cathedral around 8 p.m. Was well worth the wait. God bless our Queen. I'm glad to hear you get in, David. That's good. Well done. something going on up here. Let's see. So it's like just a nothing. Oh, well, let me just walk down to St Giles here because we're not getting across the road for a while. So I'll just show you what just St Giles looks like. I'll turn the camera around. So that's the top of the queue there, going down to St Giles Cathedral. And this chap here is David Hume, looking down on us. Somebody's left some flowers here. I wonder what he's thinking of everything. Look at the sun. Oh my. It's blinding. And just behind St Giles Cathedral is the equestrian statue of Charles II, Charles III's ancestor, which is just round between St Giles and that building. There's the equestrian statue of Charles II. So it's just getting missed by the people as they're going in. Perhaps very few will understand the significance of it. But Charles II will be looking over at, well, he would have been looking over at Charles III last night. That that tent there must be some sort of that must be the security checks, perhaps, because the queue's going into the tent and then coming out of the tent, and then filtering one by one round the corner to St Giles. So way down at the bottom of that road is the Meadows, which is where the queue ends. Well, Eric says the Scots have done a great job honouring the Queen and totally showed the world how loyal they are. Well done, indeed. Christopher said, I was so pleased to see the crowd's reaction yesterday. Respectful, grateful, empathetic, and sad as we all should be. Absolutely. Avril says, so proud of Scotland. Wish I could be there to show my respects. Kenny says, GSTK, which means God save the King. Adam says, are you allowed inside St Giles to pay respect? Yes, yes, people are allowed in until 3 p.m. You're not allowed to film, obviously, but you can get in until 3 p.m. So that's why everybody's queuing up and moving around that corner to get in there. Yeah, Adam, I saw that as well. I think it might be well, I don't want to comment. It's a red, white, and blue flag. I'm not quite sure. It's not the Union Jack. I don't know what country it belongs to, but I saw that one as well. Alex says Scotland has done her late Majesty well. We can be proud. Alan says, whose true colour was that at half mast? Let's have another look at that. Where was it? Oh, that's it up there. Red, white, and blue nearest the flagpole. Emma says, I wish I could be there. Alex says the French Institute is next door. Right. Thanks for clearing that one up, Alex. Angela says, well done, Scotland. So proud of our people over the last few days. Red, white, and blue is France. Yep. David McHarg says, out of this sad occasion, I hope this shows the SNP that Scotland are fully behind the monarch and being part of the UK. Apparently, it is. Apparently, it is the. It's the French Institute. I'm suddenly caught in here by I can't get out because literally there's some guy talking away rubbish behind me. Well done, Alistair McConaughey. That Preston Jonas says Scotland has proved how much it thinks of the UK and our late Queen so respectfully over the last few days. Wonderful to see. Of course, we always knew this was the case. We're being allowed to move. Thanks. Crossing over. Okay, so I'm heading down here. Just when we're past this tent, I'll be able to show you the queue on the other side of the road. It's squeezed in here at the moment, but getting out into some fresh air. Adam says His Majesty might just help unionism grow. Unspeakable numbers. That would be nice. Wish I don't fall over these guys. What's going on here? See, right down this pavement here, right to the very end of that street, is part of the queue. So it must snake round the bottom of this big block, right round the National Museum of Scotland. But to get to the end of that queue, which goes right to the bottom of Chambers Street, we need to go around here. Go over to the Greyfriars Bobby statue. Here we go. So what I'm going to do now is walk off up here to try to get to the end of that queue, which will be up this road here. Let's stay in the sun, stay on the sunny side of the street. Alex Monaghan says the monarchy just gave nationalism a huge kick up the proverbial. Yvonne Miller says, God bless the Queen, God save the King. Scotland's people has been so respectful in paying respects to their wonderful majesties. The Union is secure and safe. You know what, Yvonne? I think you're 100% correct. Oh my, Salt Nest Monster says it was a 12-hour wait last night. I posted on Twitter, I posted a video of the of the of the queue snaking around the meadows about 1 in the morning. Quite remarkable. Jamie is, like most people, says at work today, but have a great day. The greatest monarch ever. Jan Campbell says, well done, Scotland. Been so proud of our country, the way they have conducted themselves in paying their respects to our much loved Queen. May she rest in eternal peace. God save the King. Just following the crowds here. Emma says, I'm devastated about Lizzie. I feel like my country just died. Well, I know what you mean, Emma. The good news is, though, that the country lives on, but a new hand takes the wheel of state. John Kyle says, may she rest easy, an amazing lady that served her country well throughout some amazingly difficult times. Janet says, proud of how Scotland has behaved. Shows we are a compassionate, caring, respectful country. Okay, so this is we've now joined up a part of the queue here on my left-hand side as we walk through the Edinburgh Freshers' Fair behind us. Nelson, who's down in London, says the crowds will be enormous down here in London. London will give our Queen a fitting and respectful send-off, just like Edinburgh has and is doing. That's for sure, Nelson. Somebody commented earlier that flags were flying in Edinburgh at full mast for a period yesterday. And Alan Jack is explaining here that's because from the time of the new proclamation of accession until 1500 hours yesterday, all flags were to be returned to full mast and then lowered again. So it'll be some kind of flag protocol. Thanks for explaining that, Alan. Well, Vanessa says it's absolutely beautiful that the whole of the four nations are together, and it should be always and forever. Ligonio says Scotland has done her proud, ma'am. Our hearts are broken. God save the king. Robert says, what a turnout. This will now kick Indy 2 out the back door for good. Well, I think it will certainly put it on the back burner, won't it, Robert? It's taken the steam out of it. This is the crowd. This is the queue here. Still queuing. Let's go around onto the cobbles. It's moving at a decent rate. Nelson adds that he says this tragic event is pulling our wonderful United Kingdom together and showing the watching world the UK is one strong and united union. Oh my, it's the crowd. Tony Mack says, we in England are very proud of the way Scotland has reacted to the death of the Queen with great respect. Alex wants people to fly more flags in our nation. That's a good point. Most people, of course, don't have any flags in their homes. Not one drop of rain, says Robert. So perfect. We put Scotland on the map, done us proud. I'm flying down on Monday morning, early flight to London. Good for you, Robert. Folks, send in any comments that you have. I'll do my best to read them out. It's the queue here, and then there's a break in it. I think this must be some sort of, well, it is some kind of station down here. What's going on down here? I think this is the armband station. So they put wristbands, I should say. Then we come round here into the Meadows itself. Big park in the centre of Edinburgh. and see if I can get some idea of where this goes. How long is that going to take, I wonder, to get in to where I've just come from? And if one stands at the end of this, will one get in by 3 o'clock? I tend to think so. Although we don't know what's around the corner here and how far this goes. Oh, crikey. It's keeping going right up, right through. Hmm. Amazing. Thank you so much. You're showing your true love. David says, finding the queue. Alex says, have a good day, Philip Brits. Let's give our late, great Queen Elizabeth one final day of love and affection before she makes her journey south. Catherine says, wonderful to see this morning. Thank you, Alistair. Well, the queue just keeps going on and on and on and on. And at this stage, the queue is static because it's the wristband station which is slowing the queue, as it were. But once you get past that wristband station, it seems to be So I'm at the end of the queue, and it is 20 to 11, and I've just been told that it's going to take probably about 4.5 hours from here. So that means I'll get into the cathedral